My name's Spencer, and I'm a filmmaker, and I made Eugene in Washington, D.C. I started making films when I was young, just with my friends, and some of my friends' parents had video cameras. And basically when they would go out to dinner, we would sneak into their room and steal the camera and make little movies. But we'd have to finish before they got home, and you get in trouble. The camera was very expensive.
When they told me that Spencer was directing it, I was thrilled because I'd seen I Love Sarah Jane, which is a really great short film about zombies, which won big at Raindance. I watched some more of his stuff and I got really excited. I started studying acting 2 years ago, and I started screenwriting about a year ago, really. Before that, I mostly wrote for stage. I'd love to see how Spencer works with his actors. As an actor myself, that's always really kind of fascinating.
This film sort of centers around a character whose name is Eugene.
He just doesn't have a lot of luck with women, and he is in love with his neighbor, Shelley. And she doesn't really give him the time of day. So he decides to go on this trip to D.C.
Eugene is kind of this character of this maybe a little fish out of water, a little nervous to be in kind of the big city at a fancy place, and it's kind of the shy guy that you kind of just want to give a hug to. All of a sudden, an Ultrabook shows up outside of his door, starts typing in, and basically starts granting him wishes.
Okay, here we go. And he's gonna do shoot, enter, and a drop. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and action.
It's an interesting idea of what desires come to us when we have the freedom to make wishes,
Shooting at the W Hotel is really interesting. Basically, it's kind of like the other character. If you've ever been to a super fancy hotel where they've got that super modern faucet where it just looks like a plate, and you're like, this doesn't make sense.
It was really funny seeing Michael in the bathtub. That made me laugh quite a bit. It might have been because it was 4 in the morning, but it was funny.
Spencer is definitely a night owl. He says that he's only creative throughout the night, so he doesn't start working really until dinner time, and then he'll go through till 5, 6, 7 a.m. in the morning.
I'm ready to go, and I feel good, and everyone starts to look like zombies, and they're all falling asleep. It's quite common to have crew guys just sleeping in the corner, and I always go, okay, we're doing something right. I'm boring the shit out of everybody.
We've been shooting nights, so currently, I don't know which day it is, because technically it's morning, but I don't know if it's Sunday night or Monday morning, but we'll say it's sundawning.
We had a stunt performer double for Carolina for the fall through the glass table, and she was amazing. She runs over this bed, there's a glass table there, she smashes through it.
I know I could dive, you just gotta tell me where to land.
On the table?
Yeah, just put the table there and I can dive.
Having to fall into a glass table a couple of times it's a big ask. And you hope that you get it right on the first take. Okay, here we go, and action!
To have special effects and having stunt double and all those things in the short film, I think it's fun, it's exciting. I just think all that stuff is playtime, and you get a chance to do things that normally you don't.
There's always risk involved, but hopefully it's designed in a way where that's really minimized.
Watching Spencer work, it's given me so many kind of clearer rules of telling a story in a much better, easier way.
Sometimes you'll start with an idea and it'll become a completely different thing. In a good way, it actually becomes its own thing.
The current draft is, it's great. It feels like a lot of it is Spencer's sense of humor and mentality, but there's a lot of kind of the original in there as well. Everything gets changed, and as a screenwriter, you've just got to try and make it the best piece between you and the director.
I don't know how somebody would actually do my job without technology. Somebody gives me a script and I need to find a giraffe in Washington, D.C. In that situation, having the Ultrabooks mobile phones is a godsend.
Every film needs a great location, and every film needs something in it that gives you a hook. And I think what's great about the way they've teamed up is that it just provides storytellers with that kind of original, the impetus, that original spark.
It's such a great opportunity for young filmmakers to get to have an idea of theirs realized, and hopefully will inspire all these people to continue to write and to make their own films, and anyone else for that matter.
How would I explain it in a way that everybody wants to watch this movie? Can I just say that it's going to be the best out of all of them? Yeah. Yeah, well, it's going to be the best out of all of them.